What up, everyone? It's your boy Soju from the Straight Chillin' Podcast, and today I'm going to talk about my top 5 Korean revenge films.
100번 잘하다가 한 번 실수하면 그 한 번 실수 때문에 바로 쫑날 수 있는 것이야.
Coming in at number 5 is A Bittersweet Life. A mob enforcer faces a dilemma when he is tasked with watching over his boss's new girlfriend who turns out to be cheating on him. This movie is probably the most cut and dry film on the list, as it doesn't worry too much with an airtight plot or sentiment, and instead focuses on great choreographed action. However, the main character Sunu is still an intriguing character to follow, and this movie also has a great neo-noir style that really makes it stand apart.
우리 그만 볼래?
퍼질러 있지 말고 국시라도 말어야.
Number 4 is Bedevilled. A woman from Seoul goes on vacation to see a childhood friend who lives on a secluded island outside the city. However, the local residents have an abusive and lawless nature and push the two friends to the absolute breaking point. I feel like Bedevilled is one of the more underseen and underappreciated films on this list, but I really enjoyed the much more grounded approach this movie takes as opposed to the other films within the subgenre. I also enjoyed that this film took the perspective of a common woman and did a great job at building a complex and sympathetic anti-hero out of some truly tragic incidents.
여잔 남자 젖을 물고 살아야 편한겨.
내가 나쁜 사람처럼 보이니?
몰라. 감옥이 잘 어울릴 것 같긴 해요.
My number 3 pick is The Man from Nowhere. After losing his wife and unborn child, Tae-shi tries to live a quiet life until his neighbor is abducted by drug smugglers. This movie has a lot of sentiment as the main protagonist develops a reluctant, protective relationship over his young neighbor who is mostly abandoned by her mother who is addicted to heroin. This movie seems to draw inspiration from films like The Professional, but still blends its own flavor of action and violence into a touching tale.
솜이 어딨냐?
Coming in at number 2 is I Saw the Devil. A serial killer kidnaps and murders the fiancé of a highly skilled federal agent who vows to seek revenge. While this story may seem pretty cut and dry on the surface, I Saw the Devil is a complex film that truly wrestles with the idea and downfalls of vengeance. I think this film does a great job of putting the audience in the protagonist's shoes, which serves the dark nature and disturbing themes as we experience just how much his violent actions take a toll on his sanity. I Saw the Devil is probably the most brutal film on this list.
점점 끔찍해질 거야.
나 여기 뭐 때문에 들어왔는지 그것만 얘기 좀 해줘요. 예?
Finally, my number 1 pick is Oldboy. A man is mysteriously kidnapped and held against his will for 15 years until he is released and left to uncover who kidnapped him and why. Oldboy is one of the most unique Korean films I've ever seen and is so well crafted cinematically, aesthetically, and thematically. Like most of the films on this list, this movie is not for the faint of heart, and yet despite its dark themes, brutal violence, and disturbing sexual scenes, this film is a must-watch for anyone interested in Korean cinema.
그때 그들이 15년이라고 말해줬다면 조금이라도 견디기가 쉬워졌을까?
So there they are, my top 5 Korean revenge films. Let me know what you think of my list as well as some of your favorite Korean revenge films in the comments below. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons to get some weekly horror content from the Straight Chillin' Podcast. And until next time, don't forget to keep chillin'.